G'day folks, it's Cortezerino, and welcome back to my wonderful world of Utopia, which is a very cheerful name for a hardcore world. And gosh, I have so much to show you. Okay, that was a lie. I don't really have that much to show you. We're right at the beginning of the world, so I haven't done too much. I mean, I've got myself a full set of diamond gear. Some of it's pretty good. The helmet's rubbish, but the chestplate is great, as are the legs, and the boots are brilliant because I finally got Depth Strider. Although I would really like to get some feather falling pretty soon. So I've been doing all my enchanting. My tools are pretty average. That axe is average. So I've got my good pick over here, but it was getting a bit low. So I haven't done too much more with that. But yeah, just been enchanting, getting levels. You can see I'm at 27. I've just enchanted something. It didn't go so well, but we can always try again. So over here, if I can remember which one it is. No, not you. Is it you? Yes, here we go. So I've got an Armorer Master, so that's where I'm getting all my diamond gear from. And I'm just enchanting that over and over, trying to get something good. Although I haven't bothered unlocking any of the weaponsmiths, wherever he went, or the toolsmiths, just because I got so many diamonds in that first episode that I'm just making tools when I need them. So over here I've got my Fletcher that I'm getting the emeralds from. I got myself a mending dude, although he's very expensive. You're very expensive. And I haven't put mending on anything just yet. And I went and explored some more villages to get a brewing stand because I didn't have any lapis and I kept mining for it and couldn't find it. So he's my lapis supplier. But that is pretty much all I've been doing for the last few days. Exploring villages and enchanting gear because I want to get some good gear so we can actually sort of get started. In this house, I'm composting for a bit of bone meal because we're going to need some white concrete for my next project. But there's something else I need for my next project. And I actually have to use chunk base to find it. So I usually make a point of not using chunk base when I play hardcore because it's supposed to be hard. I want to be able to go out and find everything naturally and not just look up where things are on the map. Like a pillager outpost, I could just look that up and get myself a totem of undying, and that's just too easy. And come to think of that, I'm not even sure I'm going to use a totem of undying this series. It kind of feels a bit cheaty. So I don't know, I might change my mind once I have a few more buildings here and not want to lose the world, but we'll see. But for my next project, I absolutely need to find a pale oak garden, and they are so tiny and so scarce that I could spend a week looking around this world for one and probably never find it. So for that, I have looked it up on Chunkbase, and it's not too far away actually. I can take the boat most of the way there. It's way over the top of those hills somewhere. So that is what we're going to do right now. Okay, we should be coming up on it pretty soon. It'll be over near the dark oak. Yep, there it is. So that's the trick for finding them, other than using chunk base. They're in dark oak forests at a high altitude. So if you can be bothered searching your entire world, gosh, I don't know if I'll be able to find the way back. Yeah, if you can be bothered searching, then that's how to find it. Okay, so I've cut down a few trees, got myself saplings, but one of the main reasons I've come here is for this pale moss. And I wasn't sure how much I would need, so I pretty much took all of it. Okay, I haven't got much room in the inventory, but all of this gravel is too good to pass up, so we'll grab a bunch of this, and then we'll get back to base and figure out exactly where I'm going to build this new project. Alright, so I've been gathering up all the materials I'll need to build my super cool new project, but the problem is I don't have enough iron for hoppers. So we do happen to have a ton of iron golems out there, so let's try something dangerous. Okay, I do wish that my armor was just a tiny bit better. It's pretty good. Okay, let's run. So it should be 3 blocks. If it's not 3 blocks, we're in trouble, but I have golden apples just in case. Go away, dude. You're getting in the way. He's very curious to see what I'm doing to his golem. No, I think this is going to work just fine. Why am I hitting him like this? Let's do critical hits. Yes, that's a lot faster. Alrighty. We have 11 hoppers. That's great. It's not everything I need, but it'll get me most of the way there. Oh no, I had raw iron the entire time. Check this out, guys. We are so lucky. So I've been trading and trading, trying to get levels because I've been trying to get Silk Touch on my pick to get some packed ice. So we were just about to go off on a big exploration, and this guy shows up with blue ice. And 3 blue ice is all I need. Okay, I have kept you in suspense for long enough. What is this grand new project going to be? Well, I would actually love it to be my item sorter, my multi-item sorter, where I want to rig up these 2 lines of chests. So I've got that empty space just behind. The problem is, for that I need copper bulbs, and I haven't been to the Nether yet, and even if I do go to the Nether, I have to find a fortress to get the blaze rods to make the bulbs. And I think my experience in fortresses would be better than my complete lack of experience in a trial chamber, because there are copper bulbs down there, but I've never been to one, ever. So maybe we'll do that, trying to get ourselves killed later in the series. No, my big project is going to be an iron farm, because we would need the iron anyway for that multi-item sorter. And you saw me flatten out all this earth a little bit earlier, so that was because I decided to put it right next to this building here, because I have no big plan for this city village yet. I didn't know where to put it. Like, I don't want to put it where the blacksmith is, because then what goes in between, I have no idea. But at least if I put it right next to this building, I've got no empty spaces to fill later on. So we're going to get started on the iron farm, and I'm super excited, guys. This is the coolest iron farm I've ever invented. It's there's nothing technically brilliant about it, but it's just one of those aesthetic iron farms. It's going to be in a little house, and I just think it is super duper awesome. So I'm going to get started. I'm not going to build the entire thing. I'm just going to build half of it to show you how it works, and we'll do that in a little time lapse. Okay, I think we can keep the shaders on for this. So this is definitely the prettiest iron farm I've ever built, I think. And it should be pretty safe. Like, I've built it very close to this building, but I've measured things out, and no golems should spawn up there. It should all be self-contained. I hope, at least. I never test things properly in creative. If I know that I'm going to be building it in survival, I just figure I'll build it, and if something goes wrong, we will troubleshoot it in survival. But I'm pretty sure I'll have no golems on that roof. And I've got a nice little gap here so I can have a shortcut to get into the front of my starter base. But let's have a look on the inside. So this is a shrine. Obviously, I'll probably have to put a little garden-y bit out the front. But we can come up here and we've got all the storage for our iron, which will just pop down, and all the good business is going on upstairs. So I'll just grab some water. I actually need 3 buckets, but I've only got 2 iron buckets at the moment. And I think I can get up here if I break those. Okay, we're up on the roof, and inside of the roof is where all of the funny business is going to happen. And this is the thing I love about Japanese roofs. They can go up so steep that you can have a surprising amount of room in here. And from the outside, it doesn't look like there's any room at all. So this is our golem spawning platform. So I'm going to have water pushing them along. Where I have the signs there's going to be a line of lava above. So they'll die and their drops go into this water stream. So I love this design. So I'm pushing the items along in the water just to save me on hoppers. When it turns here, you can see there's a hopper down there. That's for the first line of chests. When that fills up, it goes to the next hopper. And then it just goes all the way around. And we have 2 more hoppers on this side to collect all our items. And now that I'm down here, how am I going to get up? I'll have to waste a dirt block, I think. So to place the water, I'm not going to have enough water. Give me 1 moment. We're just going to make an infinite water source. I think I can do it here. Yes, I can. Okay, we'll put those in. Lovely. So up on this end, we're going to do 1 bucket of water in the middle. Then 1 on that corner. We'll grab another bucket and go to the far corner. I might need to turn the shaders off for this so you can see where the water's going. So there's one problem with this that I kind of need to test. So I've got that little bit of blue ice there. So the items will just skip along that and go into the next water stream. But any golem dying right here, I'm worried that his items will drop straight onto that. So I don't know, more items going to come along and pick it up and send it through? I'm not quite sure yet. I didn't see it happen in creative, but you never know. But because of the way I placed those 3 buckets of water, this last one here is sort of going along on the diagonal. So I'm hoping any items dropped here will shoot off in that direction and then just go over the top. But we don't know. So that's one of the things we need to test. So I'm going to build this up a little bit higher and we'll come back. I don't think I'll bother doing that in a time lapse. But yeah, the good thing about this design is the villagers and the zombie will actually go above this spawning platform. So it's nice and high up from the ground that I don't think I have to worry about anything spawning down there. And then on the roof, you can see I've got the moss carpet here. So I'm going to cover every spawnable block on the roof with this carpet. And that way nothing will spawn up here either. And now I can't remember where I came up. Was this it? Yes, this is it. Okay, so this platform here is too low from the villagers that no golem's going to spawn down here. And then measuring out from each side, as long as I don't build anything underneath the edge of this roof, like build a big pillar right here on the ground, nothing can spawn there. So the roof is kind of like the border. And at the back, there's plenty of room. At the front, though, a golem can spawn 1 block out from these stairs. So if I were to build a pillar right here, which I don't know why I would, but if I did, I could get a golem spawn on this one. But a pillar just 1 block out would be fine. So I just got to make sure I don't put a lamp post or a tree branch or something there. And everything should be contained within this awesome shrine. Okay, so that really doesn't look like you could fit an iron farm in there, but that is the beauty of these Japanese roofs. See, the ceiling on the inside starts about here, so you've got all of this space where the underside of the roof is before you even get to the top section. So that's why we can fit all of that in so easily with it basically looking impossible. But let's get up there. Okay, so I've left a little gap up the top here so we can get our 3 villagers in, and you can see they're really close to the top. They're only just going to have enough headroom here that they can see the zombie in this little section, and then the golems will spawn down below. And in my testing, the golems actually killed the zombie the first few times because it is super close. They can reach him, But I've surrounded these little area in blocks now, so hopefully they won't make eye contact with him until they get all the way to the lava. So when I put the blocks in, they didn't kill him again, but like I said, I only tested it for a few minutes and it looked fine. But here is the problem with this design. You can see there is no block for the zombie to stand on. That's because he needs to stand on soul sand, which means we need to go to the Nether. And that's why I built the entire thing, so he would have something to show for the episode in case everything goes horribly, horribly wrong. So I'm actually terrified of going into the Nether for the first time because I've had some bad experiences, like getting into a fight the second I go through the portal and accidentally hitting a zombie pigman. That got me dead once. Another time I went through the portal and by the time I got my bearings, a hoglin knocked me into lava. So yes, I'm a little bit traumatized, but it's bright and early in the morning today, and I spent all last night trying to get ready for the Nether. So this axe was not going to be any good against baddies. So I got a sword here. It's a smite 4. That's the best I could get. And this is the best bow I could get as well. Power 4. Not too impressive. And my armor is still dodgy. I had a terrible time enchanting, but it's time to go. So let's go get some obsidian. Okay, if I'm showing myself mining obsidian on the video right now, that probably means I'm padding for time. That might mean things are going to go bad and I'm trying to make the episode longer. Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay, we're a few short. So I have some gold armor I prepared a long time ago. Unfortunately, it's on the legs and not a helmet to replace that one, which is very unfortunate. I will also remember to take my flint and steel because once a ghast put out my portal and I couldn't get back. That was pretty bad. So what do I need? I need my bow handy. Oh gosh. Okay, let's get the shield on. Please don't be a basalt delta. That would be terrible. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I hate this. Come on, be something nice. Okay, this is nice. I don't see any baddies. Okay, this is very nice. We might get a ghast later, so I'll quickly... This is not nice! This is not nice! This is not nice! Go away! Go away! Go away! Okay, okay. No, there's... Oh no, I've got to get up there and... Oh, there's more lava coming. This is not nice. This is not nice. Okay, I've got to get up there. I hope I don't have a whole lava lake above me. That would... And now a ghast is coming. Let's just put up a little wall while I figure out what I am doing. Okay, here's the plan. I'm just going to dig up to try and block off that lava and get my portal back. And yeah, hopefully there's not a huge lake just up here. Okay, I think that might have been it. All right, let's get back to my portal and make that thing safe. Where'd that ghast go? He's out there somewhere. You know, I'm not sure that was the right lava. Let's just sit and wait. That seems like an awful lot of lava. I really don't know if I got the right one. Oh no, this might be it. Yes, okay. Now we have to find soul sand. Ooh, okay. Soul sand, nice and close. So, this should be fine. Don't know why there's an Enderman running around out there. Oh no, gosh, that's dangerous. Okay, yes, this is better. Let's try out this bow, see if it's any good. This will be my first... Oh gosh. It's early in the morning here, guys, and it's winter. My hands are freezing, so I'm going to make some pretty bad shots. Okay, let's grab a shovel. We might actually be able to finish this episode. Let's just grab some soul sand quickly and get out of here, I think. Just a little bit. That'll do. Let's go home. Check it out, guys. Isn't it beautiful? This is the prettiest iron farm I have ever seen, but somehow my Fletcher jumped up in there, so I lost him. It's not a huge loss. I've got another one already, but that wasn't a disaster, but we almost did have 2 disasters. So disaster number 1, I hadn't anticipated how loud these zombies were going to be. I've turned the volume of my hostile mobs down a bit, but when I'm down here, I can hear them growling away, and I thought, oh no, my bedroom's just in there. It's like just through that window, but luckily I was able to sleep. It's just far enough away, but oh gosh, I almost had to change the entire interior design of my starter house. And disaster number 2, I went for about 4 days and I was getting 0 iron. I thought something terrible was happening, but I thought maybe I'm just not giving them enough time to sleep. So I put down all this hidden lighting around this area. And then for the rest of the village, I just scattered torches everywhere and I let the night come in and all the beasties spawn. And after about 2 minutes, the iron started coming in. So that was a great success. So I think we'll leave it here for today, guys. It's been a bit of a stressful episode. I told you something bad always happens when I enter the Nether. I didn't expect for lava to drop on my head, but it could have been worse, I suppose. But next episode, we have to get back in the Nether. I need a Nether fortress to get blaze rods to get my item sort of going. But I'll have to think of something else to do for the start of the video, just in case we get dead when we're in the Nether. So I think we will finish this starter base. Remember, originally I wanted to have a whole lot of farms and stuff like that around this base. So I've sort of got my animals in here, but that needs to look a lot prettier. So we'll see what we're doing next episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.